Am I audible clearly? Can someone please confirm? Hello. Okay. Thanks for confirmation. But I think Imran said right that he need 5 minutes. So don't know if he is available or not.
Hello? Yeah, can you hear
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
can
need
hear
five
you.
minutes. I'll be ready in 5 minutes. I'm driving as of now.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's just confirm once you're back.
Yeah.
Okay.
दिन पकड़ते नहीं था अपना 5 मील ज्यादा तो पकड़ते ही उनको कौन Yeah, I'm ready. We can start. You're ready.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for confirming. So good morning. This is going to be like I'm going to be your Okta trainer from SSIT Software Institute. Um, and like I have overall 7 years of experience in Okta, and due to the 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 contract, I can't disclose the name or like the organization name. But for your information, I have been working on the Okta since last 7 years. Apart from Okta, I have worked on different kind of IAM tools, and Okta is one of them. Um okay, let me know if you are able to see my screen.
Yes,
The
we can.
presentation. Okay, it's coming. Okay. So if you want to introduce yourself, that is fine. Or, if you just wanted to, disclose what is the exact requirement from the candidate, like are you fresher or already working in the IT industry and trying to switch the career? So whatever it would be, if you want to disclose, that is fine. If you don't want, that is also fine. So I will give another minute if you want to say that. I
Okay.
don't wanted to know the organization name or like, anything, any personal information about you, but just a motto of, taking the Okta training session, like um, why you're looking for it, or just a domain
Okay.
switch or what actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I have 14 years of experience in telecom. So
Okay.
I have experience in wireless communication, 4G, 5G.
Okay.
So that kind of I am into testing and deployment.
Okay.
I'm There is a lot of saturation, or there are not many opportunities in
Hmm.
5G or the wireless communication in my profile. So I'm
Okay.
looking for some alternate options that I can use, learn, and basically change my domain. So I was
Okay.
interested in cybersecurity because that closely matches with my profile because I am also into networking. So my
Hmm.
whole idea coming into this call is to learn, if I learn Okta, how can it help me start a career in cybersecurity by using my
Okay.
existing profile. I don't want to start as a complete fresher.
Okay.
Just use my existing domain knowledge plus this and try to basically change the domain. Yeah, that is.
Okay. So first of all, you have taken a right decision because there are lot of in cybersecurity, but Okta, choosing Okta is something, like you can say it's easy to understand, easy to deploy, and you can work from, like if necessary, you can work uh, as a support team member initially to,
Okay.
just get familiar with the system, and if you get chance to implementation and then development. So this is kind of, flow, you can say, when you are from the different background, but you are starting your career in the Okta or cybersecurity. So thanks for the, the you're like letting me know like what actually you're looking for. So okay, so we have another candidate also. Do you want to mention anything, Kingwood? I hope I'm pronouncing it correct. Like, are you
Yeah,
fresher or
yeah,
yeah?
yeah. I'm also a fresher. I also have a background in testing. So like software project management, software process management. I was a Scrum Master for a while,
Okay.
and now I'm looking to switch careers into the cyberspace.
Okay.
Uh, and I came across IM in general, but I think in my area where I live at Okta, and I think sale points are the two tools that are very in other words, have more job opportunities. So I'm looking to learn it to
Okay.
switch into that space.
Okay. Understood. Thanks for letting me know. So okay, the like both of you looking for, changing the domain basically. So okay. So let's start with the session. So I hope you all are aware about, like, Okta is coming under this cybersecurity, and sorry, Okta is coming under identity and access management, and identity and access management is one of the branch of cybersecurity. So before learning or, before uh before getting into Okta, you have to first understand what is IAM, and before that you have to understand what is cybersecurity. So I will not get deep into the cybersecurity or IAM, but just like overall or overview of it, how it works, why it works, or like why we have cybersecurity in IT industry. So um, I would start with the example, very basic example. Okay, so let's say you are going out and you are locking your home. So why you're locking your door? Because you want the right person should get entered to your house, not anyone who is like roaming around, or who is there for a while and just they wanted to have access to your home, and that's it, they are getting in. So it's not like that. You are locking your home, you're locking your house, means nothing but you want only right people should have access to enter into your home. So just like that, what cybersecurity is, so it is something, okay, It is something which protect your information. Okay, it's something which protect your system networks, or so from where it is protecting your system or your networks. So from the digital attacks, or you can say, the misuse of, um, getting misused, or let's say, some if trying to damage your system. So in that case, cybersecurity comes across, and it helps to protect the system, data, networks. Okay, from where it helps to do so, it helps to do from like the digital attacks. Okay, so this is very basic concept of cybersecurity. I'm not going into the bookish one. Okay, or you can say simply, I am just opening my notepad. I hope you are able to see my notepad screen, the blank one.
Yes. Yes,
Okay,
we can.
so we are trying to understand what is cybersecurity. Okay, so it is something protecting us from protecting data, system, or networks. From where? From digital attacks. Okay, so this is very basic concept of cybersecurity. Now there are lots of things in the cybersecurity, like you can deep down, uh, what are the branches of it, what are the types of, what are all included in the cybersecurity as a types of it. So that is also there, but precisely, uh, I will going to say two three things: identity and access management, then network management, then application security, then information security. Okay, so these are some branches of the cybersecurity. So to understand cybersecurity, how it works, what we have in the cybersecurity, we have to understand these concepts. So, but we are focusing on only identity and access management. Why? Because Okta, which tool you're looking for to have knowledge on, so that comes under the identity and access management. Clear till this point? Like,
Yes,
firstly,
clear.
we have seen what is cybersecurity. So it is something which is protecting data and networks from digital attacks. Very very short one. Okay, no one is going to ask the definition, but it is just for your knowledge why you are into the cybersecurity domain. So you are actually protecting the system, you are actually protecting the data. Okay, that's it. Then there is one part or one branch of cybersecurity which we called it as identity and access management. Now, why we are focusing on this only? we have uh, we have these many branches: application security, infrastructure security, cloud security, end user training, data prevention. But we are focusing on identity and access management because identity and Okta comes under the identity and access management. Uh, now we have to know what is identity and access management first of all. So what do you understand by identity? Any guesses? um, See,
It's
it is not. Mhm.
yeah, just how to identify you that you are the right person who can
Okay,
access the
that's
system
correct.
data or networks.
That's correct. So it is something, who are you? Okay. Let's say, for example, you are taking the training session, so you are kind of candidates. I am giving the training session, so I am trainer, right? So identity is nothing but like who you are, or you can say your name. So in IT, how we can address someone? So by name, by email, by employee number. So employee ID or number. So let's say, let's take an example, there is one HR department team, okay, in any organization. There are 5 members in the team. So those 5 members represents HR team, but their identity, their own identity is something, like let's say the one person is Rahul, another person is Anjali, then Tina, then Rohit. Okay, so these 4 5 peoples, that is their identity. Like I am the, I am Rahul or I am Anjali. So that is nothing but the identity of the person. So identity is nothing but who you are actually. Okay, that is nothing but identity. Now coming to the access part. Access is something, you can say, what you are allowed to do. Okay, so we can take today's example only. So let's say you are joining the session. Why? Because you have inquired for the session, right? You have inquired for the Okta training institutes. Maybe you went to different institutes and then you landed to SSIT software. So SSIT software provided you the like one link, right? And through that link, you are allowed to access this training session, right? So that is nothing but like, you are allowed to do. So in the IT, have you ever heard that finance team is doing HR work is, doing the IT work? No, they are allowed to do some specific task, right? Let's say I'm the HR. So I will be, only to perform HR activities. Let's say I am someone from the IT department. I will be allowed to perform only IT activities, not HR activities. So that is something, access, what you are allowed to do. Okay, clear this point, clear this still point. We
Yes.
have seen only one cybersecurity concept, then identity and access. Now management is something to manage, right? To manage, or to manage, we can say, right? So management you are used to with, right? Like you may have heard about, hotel management, IT management department, um or like, the one who do MBA, they probably, work in the management side. So something you are, managing, it's nothing but management. So what we can say from this IAM, it's nothing but, making sure the right person gets right access, and that is also at right time. Okay, now first of all, you should be, one who are claiming you are, then you should be allowed to do activities which you are, which you can do, right? And then there should be some management. So IAM, it's the concept which ensures, it's one of the technology, it's one of the system which making sure that right person will get right access at the right time. Okay, so that is nothing but the concept of identity and access management. We call, in short, we called it as IAM. Okay, I from identity, then access, A from access and management. Okay, clear till this now? What is actually the IAM?
Yes.
Now, when you come to this identity and access management space, everywhere you will, get to know about, like you will hear something about authentication and authorization. These are the main concepts in IAM. In cybersecurity, that is like this concept falls under identity and access management only. Okay, these two are very basic concepts. You can say, the, like if you wanted to understand, if you wanted to be part of, you should be, know what these concepts are, how this works. Okay, Now, authentication is something, any hints like authentication is, you maybe, give me the day-to-day example as well. If not, I will be, proceeding with the example. So yeah,
Verifying the identity of whether it's the right person.
correct. Now into day-to-day activities, which example you can say? So like, we will start from the example so it will be, understandable. Let's say I am working in the XYZ company. So I will get the ID card of that company. Once I get the ID card, I will allowed to enter into different ODCs or different office premises. So that is something comes under authorization. Okay. Authentication, you can say example of, so let's say I'm working on XYZ company and there is a portal of that company, and on the portal to access the portal, it will ask me to uh, verify my identity. Let's say, my, so you can say there is one HR department portal, okay, where I can see my leaves, I can apply for leaves, okay. um I can access holiday calendar, okay. So these are the data which is hosted on the HR portal, okay. Now as a part of the XYZ company, I should be able to uh, verify my identity if I'm the correct person, and I should have access to that portal. So if I'm verifying my identity on the portal, so that is nothing but the your authentication process, okay. And I should be able to access HR department portal. That is something access. You can say, employee card swipe out. Okay. You can say accessing uh, some section from the portal. Okay. Let's say we have one XYZ portal and there is, HR section, IT section, finance section. So So let's say I belongs to finance team. So I should be able to access only finance options in the XYZ portal, right? That is something authorization. Let's say I am from the finance team and I am able to see the data, what HR should see. So this is wrong, right? I should be able to access only finance data if I belongs to finance team. So that is something authorization. So defining that resources identity is genuine. Okay, and those are allowed to access. So what we called in the definition, like identity is allowed to access. Okay, very short. Verifying the identity is nothing but authentication. Uh, Resource is identity is allowed to access some specific thing from the portal or anywhere. So you can say that is the authorization. Till now is clear. Like we have seen first what is cybersecurity, then we
Yes.
have see the concept of IAM, and there are two terms which are most important in identity and access management. Those terms are authentication and authorization. You may um, ask the day-to-day life example as well sometimes in the interview, okay, that tell me what example you see as authentication in your day-to-day life. So you can say, verifying on the Gmail portal by using, username and password, then verifying your identity in bank portal, right? the bank apps, various banks app we have nowadays. For HDFC, there is another application. For SBI, there is another. So, verifying your identity when you try to get into the application, at that time you are crossing the authentication, right? So that is something authentication. And authorization is, let's say you have HDFC bank application, you are not allowed to change uh, you are not allowed to change, the few of the data in your profile. Let's say it's your profile, but still you are not able to do so. Why? Because there is some admin from the bank side who will be taking care of that. So they are authorized to do. Let's say, just for an example, there is a Yono application. You wanted to update your Aadhaar card number in the Yono application, or you wanted to link with your SBI account. It is not possible by your own, right? You have to visit branch. You have to, uh, follow the process, and then only you will able to see and attach the, like, link the Aadhaar number with your bank account. So there are respective peoples who will be taking care of such activities. So that is nothing but the authorization. Okay. Then we have seen the branches of cybersecurity, and we are focusing on the identity and access management. Okay. Now, what is, so we have already discussed this, but just briefly, like, we have seen the definition of it, right? Identity is nothing but who you are, access is nothing but what you are allowed to do, and management is nothing but to manage. So it is taking care of, like, making sure that right person is gets the right access at the right time. That is nothing but identity and access management. And why we need IAM, why IAM is important. So it reduce the data breaches. Now you say data breaches mean what actually? So, we will try to understand through example only. So let's say you have 10 applications to use on your day-to-day life. Now for those 10 applications, you have to manage 10 username, 10 passwords. Okay. Is it easy for you to remember all these 10 users name and 10 passwords? Definitely not. Not for you, for any user, right? So what IAM does, IAM allows us to access various application using single set of credential. We call this concept as SSO. Okay. So in that case, you just need to remember your one username and one password. Even you don't need to restore that somewhere else. If you have 10, so let's say, you have 10 applications. Okay. 10 apps you have, and you have 10 username, 10 password. Now you may also, came through this. For some applications, email ID will be your username. For some applications, your first name dot last name. So it depends, right? First name dot last name will be your username. For some, employee number will be the username. For some, SAM account ID. So I will discuss about, SAM account ID, what it is, and how it gets generated, or, we will see it briefly, but for your understanding, it is something will get created into Active Directory, not in Okta. Okay. So for some applications, email ID, for some applications, first name dot last name, some applications, employee ID, for some applications, SAM account ID. So is it easy for you to remember all of this? Definitely not, right? Now, to just, tell you the example, let's say abc.xyz@domain.com. Okay, this is your email address form. First name dot last name will be abc.xyz. But your employee number will something 1 2 3 4 5 6. It will not be like that, but I'm just giving an example. SAM ID is something, first letter of your first name, then last name, then 1 2, something like that. So is it easy for you to understand this every time? Definitely not. So in IAM, we have the concept of SSO, which allow you to use single set of credential. And definitely you have to store this in username and password somewhere, right? If you have different username and password. So it it helps to reduce the data breaches. If you have stored, somewhere like in WhatsApp, in Notepad, in anywhere, so there will be, chance that once your system will hack, your data will be also get loose. So using IAM, it reduce the data breaches. Now, you may see in the screen, like centralized access system. So IAM is something works as an, the centralized system. Every applications will be integrated in Okta or in IAM. Okay. Now, apart from this, what it does, so it stops hackers from pretending to be someone else. Okay. Let's say you lost your laptop, and you have, the sticky notes, and in that sticky notes you have your all username and password. Let's say someone is able to get into your system. Probably it will not be the case, but just in case, if someone is able to get into the system, they will get your username, password, everything, right? So in that case, you will lose, like hacker will, trying to be you. It's not actually you, but someone who stole your laptop, they will try to be you, and they will try to access, whatever things you are able to access. And they might, hack the system. They might steal the data from your system. So it allows, like it prevents the unauthorized access. Identity and access management prevents the unauthorized access. Okay. So I'm just trying to tell you the, the importance of cybersecurity, or importance of identity and access management. So it's preventing the unauthorized access. Then it's protect the accountability. Now, what is this? So it is something, uh, we will see in Okta also. You will be, getting the option of seeing the logs. So in that you will able to see, like from which IP address the request is coming to access, from which location. Uh, then also we will have the MFA concept. So using that, you will able to manage the identities into the Okta org. Then it improves the user convenience. Now, just just take an example. Instead of managing 10 username and password, you are able to access 10 applications using single set of credential. That is fine. That is very good thing, right? You don't need to manage every time, like, okay, for SAP application, my username is this, my password is that. You don't need to remember that every time, or you don't need to like you don't need to store it somewhere else, right? So it helps in the user experience. Now let's imagine, uh, let's imagine, let's imagine there are 10 applications which are placed in your Okta dashboard. It is easy for you, right, to access them. Also, we will have the MFA concept, multi-factor authentication, in it. We will see actually that in the next slide. Okay. But before that, we will see this, the competitors currently we have for the Okta, and why we are focused on the Okta only. So we have Okta, Azure AD, Active Directory, Ping Identity, We called it as Ping Federate also, and another one is SailPoint. So not only these tools we have currently in the market, we have IBM, we have ForgeRock. So there are a lot of things in the market currently, but uh, we are focusing on the Okta. Okay. Now why to focus on Okta? So very first thing is Okta is user friendly. Okay. We are focused on Okta. And why? Because Okta is user friendly. Then Okta is easy to understand, easy to learn. Then Okta is currently Gartner leader. In IAM. So what is this Gartner? Um, you can say, there is something which manage the like cybersecurity or identity and access management practices. So Gartner is one of the association, or it's one of the organization, you can say, which manages, or take keep eye on the activities, like who is doing what. So let's say, uh, so currently the Okta is Gartner leader. Why? Because Okta has some of the facilities, some of the features which are not there in the any another tool. Okay. So if you talk about Azure AD, Azure AD, from the name only you can say that it is something from Microsoft Azure AD. Okay. So this is good only in the Microsoft applications, Microsoft ecosystem, you can say. It is on cloud, but still it's linked with or tied into, in Microsoft. Like there is some limitation, and you can't use Azure AD uh, freely. Nowadays, Okta is also not free, but still you can, try to create an account on Okta side for 30 days and you can try to do your stuff. But with Azure AD, it is not possible. It is not free of cost. You will get charged for, whatever you do. Active Directory, it is something, the legacy one, you can say the old version of Azure AD. It is not exactly same, but it is the on-premise one. It will not work on the Mac or anything. Okay. So this is something not cloud-based, where Okta is something started from the cloud-based only. Okay. Then Ping Identity, Ping Federate also we can call it. It is something, um, there are some points which make ping difficult. The customization is also difficult in the ping. So let's say if you compare with respect to Okta, in Okta it is easy, the customization and all. There will be already the written code. You just need to make some changes if you want customization. But for ping, you have to install the third-party applications and you have to uh, link or connect the systems, and then you have to make the changes. So Ping Federate, it is okay. Ping Identity is okay, but it's more technical, less user friendly. Cellpoint, it is actually not IAM tool, it is IGA. So IGA is nothing but identity and
I have
governance.
one question. So, what do you mean by user friendly for whom? I mean, the person who's configuring it or the end user?
So Okta is user friendly for both. Okay.
Okay,
Okay. We will see in detail how it is user friendly. But if you take
okay.
an example of, like let's say you are the Okta admin or you are from the Okta team, and you got a
Hmm.
requirement that, you need some customization, that, some, like currently whatever your Okta looks, it should be look something else. Like, some color changes, some, brand
Hmm.
changes, some domain changes you wanted to have. So they are already in place. This all the facilities are there in the Okta already. You just need to make a minor changes and you will able to deploy the changes into Okta. But with Ping Federate or with another tools like Azure AD or Active Directory, it is bit difficult. It's not like that you can't do it. You means like anyone. Okay, you can't do it. You
Okay.
can do it, but the thing is, it is bit difficult. Like there will be some coding part, there will be some shell part you have to do, and then only you
Okay.
will able to make the customization. So in that respect, Okta is easy. Okay.
Okay, but what I understand is mainly Okta is like to if I want to log in some application or something, I log into the Okta and it will give me a security code. I have to use it, and only then I'll be able to access it. So that is the main role of Okta. In terms of at the back end, how do you configure everything so that the user gets the token or whatever it is to access the system? Is this correct?
That is correct, but that is limited. Okay. Whatever
Okay.
you are saying, that is limited. You call you whatever you said, that is something comes under only single sign-on. But we have different
Hmm.
features of Okta, or you can say application integration only. You whatever you said, that is correct, but that is only respect to application integration and single sign-on. Apart from this, we
Okay.
have this different security features in Okta, and during the sessions, during the training sessions, we will able to go through all of this as admins, as an end
Okay.
user, and like as an admin we are going to configure thing, and as an end user we are going to experience the thing. So let's say for an example, uh,
Okay.
if I talk about MFA. Okay,
Okay.
if I talk
Hmm.
about MFA, so very basic example. Okay, when you log into the Mintra or Amazon or
Okay.
Flipkart, when you enter your mobile number, it will send some OTP to your mobile number, right? So that
Uh,
is nothing but multi-factor authentication. Sometime with username and password, with trying to log into Amazon, it will ask you the some OTPs. Okay,
mhm.
so just
Okay.
like same, when you log into MS Office. Now, MS
Mm.
Office is something you already know, right? From where you are trying to log into your email, then your Teams, then your uh, PowerPoint, right? So
Okay.
The MS suite basically. So when you log in
Mm.
through to this, it will ask you for the org email address, then password, and then
Mhm.
as you said, security code or OTP or some push notification. Okay,
Mm. Yes.
something like that.
Mhm.
So that is nothing but this is nothing but the MFA. So we
Okay.
are going to configure MFA policies throughout the session, and we are going to experience that as an end user as well. Okay.
So you mean it is going to be like a live, like
Yes,
actually doing it, right? Not
correct,
theoretical. It's actually on some application. You will do the actual configuration and experience from both ends.
correct. For that, we
Oh.
have to set the MFA policies, and that we are able to do it in Okta. Those
Oh.
things we will not able to we will like in Azure AD it is possible, Active Directory
Mm.
also it is possible, but it is not in the same way how we do it in Okta. So that's what I'm saying. It is bit difficult in the another tools. Like the console of this tools is not that much user friendly. Okta's console is it's user friendly, so that you will able to make the customization, you will able to make the org changes from the console itself. In Okta
Okay,
also
sorry,
you
one question. Just as a say, I'm a customer who wants to deploy IAM. For me,
Mhm.
it doesn't matter it is friendly or not, right? I would mostly be focused on the features and maybe the pricing, those kind of things. So you're saying the even with the features, Okta is better than others. Like even Cisco has something, right? Duo. So basically, Okta is better than all of them, just not because of the user friendliness, but other features as well.
Correct.
Okay.
Duo is something, the MFA application, or you can say the security tool, security application that doesn't comes under the IAM part, but Duo is
Mhm.
like, just to it, you can say the For MFA things, we use it. You may have used it for MFA only, right? Like DO code, something you will get, and that you have to
Yes, yes.
enter after the username, password, and that DO code you will able to get into the system, right?
Mm, right, correct.
Yeah. So that is something for MFA, but we are talking in respect to Okta, Azure AD, Active Directory, Ping, and SailPoint. So currently,
Mhm.
global leader is, you can say Okta. Okay.
Okay,
I'm not saying that other tools are not there. It's there, but it has their own features with limitation. In Okta, we have something vast. Okay.
okay, understood. Okay, you
So
said Sagar leader also in IAM. Okay, understood.
correct. Now we have the some of the features of Okta. Multi-factor authentication. So multi-factor authentication is nothing but added layer of security. So as I
Mm.
mentioned, in for the example, after username and password, you have to enter OTP. So that is
Mm.
nothing but added layer of security. You are already crossed the security part, like username and password you have already provided, but still you are getting the
Okay.
OTP. So that is added layer of security, right? So
Oh,
so that is nothing but multi-factor authentication. Access management. So in this you will say, like role-based access control or group-based access control, attribute-based access control. So that concept falls under the access management. Then single sign-on, as I mentioned earlier, that try with the single set of credential, you will able to access multiple applications. But for that, you have to do the integration in the Okta at the backend. Okay, that we
okay.
have to we are going to see during the session. Even we are going to experience, the end user view.
Okay,
Then
so in my company they use Okta.
mhm,
So what happens is I get a code, I enter it, and then I have access to all the applications. Only one push notification, you have to accept it, and then you get an
correct.
access to complete applications, whatever that customer has. Uh, Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that is
that falls
correct.
under FA.
Uh, no, the push notification, whatever you are saying, that comes under MFA. Like your organization had set some policies which need push notification after username and password. That is comes under authentication policies. But when you are able to log in into various application through Okta dashboard, that comes under
Okay,
single sign-on.
okay, understood.
And the integration which we do backend, like how you are able to access to different applications. So there is some backend integration work we have to do in the Okta. So that is comes under the application integration. Okay.
Okay,
Then
application.
security. Yeah.
Okay,
Then
okay.
security is like, something, your data definitely it's secure, right? Like you are not using 10 username password, not storing it somewhere. So you are already securing your data, right? So,
Okay, okay.
and also in
Because
the Okta,
like I might have 10 applications assigned to me, but because of this one single Okta
mm,
integration with single sign-on or something, I don't have to user doesn't have to manage multiple logins, multiple all those things. So it's
correct.
okay. That is by default it makes it secure.
Yeah. Then mobile devices. So um, when we will, get into the Okta org, we will able to see this.
Okay,
What does it means by mobile devices? But just for your information, when we enroll into the MFA policies, our device get added into our profile in the
okay,
Okta admin console. Then reports and
okay,
analytics. So like, somewhere you will get some user issues, like they are not able to access XYZ application, or they are not able to log into Okta. So in that case, you can fetch the uh, logs of that user. You can see the data. Everything will be, visible in your Okta screen. You have to just understand and learn how you can read the logs. Then reports, there will be some, audit happens yearly or half yearly in the organization. For that, it will ask you, like, somebody will ask you for the reports, the data reports. So you can grab that also from the Okta console. Now I have written some points which we are able to see during the training session. But apart from this, also we will able to see now, let's say intro to the security domain and SSO. So we will get to know about um, like Okta, what Okta is, how Okta works, then what is SSO, how SSO is getting configured, then like end user experience as well as the admin configuration for the SSO setup. Okay. After that, types of SSO, the protocols, which protocols Okta supports. So there is SAML, SOA, OAuth, OIDC. We are going to see this in detail theoretically and practically. There is also one more thing here, adding the bookmark application. You may have added bookmark links to your browser, right? So in the same way, in the Okta also, we can do the bookmark application integration that we are able to see. Then what is SAML? What are the the different flows in the SAML? What are the lemon terms in the SAML? Then SWA, then OAuth, OIDC flow we will have. We will able to understand, through the various flows, how that works. And so this comes under the authentication protocol. Then why Okta? So in this, we will be, seeing the concept of user management, group management, then administrator and their permissions, roles in the Okta. Okay, those part we will see in the why Okta part. And then majorly used agents, their uses and architecture. So for this one, we will be, seeing the Active Directory part, uh, then how it works, how Active AD integration happens, then admin console. For admin, in admin console, what activities we will able to do. So we will able to add some custom attributes. We will able to add, fetch the data, fetch the reports from the admin console. Then attribute mapping for application integration we will able to do. So then also the MFA policy setup, then the network zone, IP whitelisting, block listing, those we will able to see. So those concepts we will able to see during these sessions. Apart from this, there will be weekly test, and at the last you will get the template resume, and you will be getting the notes for the topic which we covered during the session. So those all we will be, going through during this whole session. So now if you have any questions, please let me know. Or some
Yeah, I
somewhere.
have few questions. So this trainings, does it also prepares for any certification once we
So
finish,
um
like official Okta certifications?
so like whatever activities we are covering during the
Okay.
session, 70% of the part matches to the Okta professional certificate. Okay. But in the
Okay.
training, we are not going to cover everything, whatever is there. Like we are not going, through one by one, exact one by one thing, whatever there in the certification.
Mhm.
Because this session is for getting you used to for the Okta console, Okta uh, security tool, right? Not for
Mhm.
the
Okay.
certification.
Okay. But is that enough to get a like change the job or anything? What
Yes.
else?
To start in the Okta, it is enough. The whatever syllabus we are going to cover, it is enough to, just get a good start in the Okta. And at the starting only, definitely no one will get the development, because in Okta also there is three parts. Okay.
Okay.
Support, implementation, and development. So
Okay.
I would suggest every time, when I give batches, that you start from the support, so that you will get into the, because this is not, see, once you get the Okta account, trial account, that will be available for only 30 days. Okay, you have to do practice in 30 days. After that, you can create one more account, but the thing is, you have to, like, there are some limitations. So it is
Okay.
always preferable that start with support or implementation projects. Once you are
Okay.
once you are used to, then try for the development stuff. But just to get a good start, it is enough. The syllabus which we are covering.
Okay. So what are the okay, saying it's okay. And so when in the job market, okay, before coming to that, so what is the like a typical life cycle of a Okta project if some company wants to implement Okta?
That we are
Uh,
going to cover in the sessions, like the first sessions, first 2 3 sessions, how uh, IAM works actually in the any organization.
no, I mean what I meant was, so suppose in my field in telecom, right? You get a new project, say you do a initial deployment for maybe 2 years, 3 years, and then it's all about providing the support to the existing customers, right? So is
Mm.
it similar in Okta, or it's that you just implement and hand it over to the customer and move on? So how does a typical life cycle of a Okta project works?
So no, this is something different from what you mentioned. So
Okay.
if you are working as a full-time employee, initially, definitely it depends. Like if it's ongoing project, so you just need to, grab the work and make the implementations and then done. You have to provide the support. But let's say
Okay.
if it is the brand new project, let's say they are, moving from one one security tool to Okta. In that case, you
Okay.
have to start from scratch, from the development, implementation, and then at the last, the support. So,
Okay.
yeah.
hmm Okay, understood. Okay, and so just asking, so uh, because I'm from telecom,
Hmm.
uh, like suppose I want to change my profile, is there a possibility of even getting like a part-time work? Is that option available with Okta or security IAM based roles? Not full-time, like part-time or
Contractors.
like, contractors are also like they have to do 40 hours a week, right? I'm talking about say weekend work or something like that. Is that an option, or this will always be a full-time role?
No, you can do it as a part-time also. So, uh, as I see, I am also having 7 years of experience in same Okta, but I am working
Okay.
somewhere as a full-time, and with SSIT, I'm working as a contractor, right? So, this kind of works, like you can run your own batches. You can run. There will be weekend support as well, but you have to
Mhm.
find out.
Oh, no, this is the training, right? I'm talking about the companies, like if
Yeah,
they
yeah,
want to
that's
implement.
yeah, there
There
will
is
be
also.
some work. There will be some work, but the thing is, in that case, you will be the alone person, single person, which you have to do, right? You
Mhm.
need to work all alone. If it's a full-time job, it is better so that somewhere you get stuck because no one will, 100% definitely, right? Uh,
Right, right, right.
so if you are getting the full-time opportunity is always best. So let's say, you stuck for some process or something, you
Mm,
can just ask your team to help that. Okay, I know
mm.
how to add this part to that, but if you can help me. So I would suggest, getting the full-time job with Okta is preferable, at least for a few years of
Okay,
starting.
okay, okay. And are they usually open for people like example, right? I don't have any experience with security or IAM. Are they
Mhm.
open to consider? Usually they have some reservation, right? They would need some experience.
So I used to suggest to my candidates, upon depending upon the session which we took, last 2 3 years experience you can show in the Okta. Okay,
hmm Okay.
because as an
hmm
experienced person, definitely they will try to get someone. Even if I am the interviewer, I will definitely try to get someone who is having bit experience, not the from the zero. If I need to take from the zero, so I would go for
hmm
fresher. The salary also will
hmm
be less and
Hmm.
everything will be less, right? So I would
Hmm.
suggest to showcase 2 years or 3 years minimum experience in the Okta. And
Okay.
even in the resume, which we are going to share at the last, you will see the points which we need to add, and how you can build your resume with 2 3 years of experience. I'm not telling more than that because you have to be ready, right? If you are showing 5 or 6 years of experience, the like the interviewers expectation will be high.
Mm-hmm. Okay, 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 okay. Understood.
So 2 3 years means the basic, you can say.
Okay, okay, understood. And usually, what is the typical salary for a say 3 years experience here in like a starting? What do they offer?
So see, it fully depends on the current salary and also the position.
Oh, okay.
I have seen
Mm.
people, getting 10 LPA, 20, 10
Mm-hmm.
to 12 LPA as 3 years
Okay.
experience person. But also it
O-
depends.
Okay, 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 understood. Okay, and you already mentioned that initially it's better not to do the. So this one, just to understand, so which certificate is aligned with this?
Yeah.
Okay, let me open the website. Okta. Is it administrator or which one?
Professional, the first one, professional. So there are
Professional.
going
Okay.
to be four certifications: Okta Professional, Okta Administrator, Okta Consultant, and Okta Developer. So our course is somewhat linked to the professional exam, the first one. You can't start, directly with the consultant. There are stages you have to pass. Once you are pass in the professional, then only you will able to attend the administrator. Once you have both of this passed, then only you will able to attend the consultant one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, okay. Because what I am just trying to say, so your the training that he provided, you said it covers maybe 70% of the
Of
certification,
professional.
right?
Correct.
Of the professional.
Yeah.
Okay. So why do you say it is 70? Like, what would not be covered?
Because
Uh,
we are not going to take, so there will be, two parts in the certification: DOMC questions and the use cases. We are not going to cover each and every use case in the same way how they are mentioning, but we are
mm,
covering most of part. Okay, so in the use cases, you will see, the user addition, group addition, then, the application integration of SAML protocol, using the SAML protocol of OIN
mm,
application. We are going to see that as well. And I'm not able to recollect the last one. I may have to, visit the website. So we are not
okay.
covering actually, the exact same. We are covering most
Okay.
of them, but not the exact. Because tomorrow you will only come and say, like you said, 100%, and why we haven't went through this use case, the way it is required for the certification. So that's why I'm mentioning is 70%.
Okay, you don't have any other track where you cover everything?
No.
Like, okay, okay, understood. Okay. Okay, and what would be the duration of this, like the training? How many days a week? What would be the timings?
There will be 30 classes, um, and mostly it will be in the morning time because I have free time in the morning time. We may, you have to contact to the, whatever, whoever person you talked with, and
Mhm.
then you will get to know.
Okay, okay, understood. Sorry if you don't mind, if you don't want, you cannot, you don't have to answer. But you are certified. Like, till what level are you certified in
Yeah.
Okta?
Yeah. So I am Okta certified professional and administrator. Uh,
Okay,
I am preparing for the consultant.
okay. So the consultant is the highest. Okay.
No, the highest one is architect. Five, six.
Oh, then
Yeah. Now they have, introduced few more certifications, but
okay.
it depends on the experience as well. So if you have minimum 2 years of experience, then only you will able to. give the professional one. If you have 4 years, then you will able to give 3 to 4 years, something like that. You will able to give the administrator one. Then if you have 6 to 8 years, then only you will able to attend the
Mhm.
consultant one.
Okay, because this is just my observation with cloud and everything. People just do all the certification, right? And they they are like AWS, all that associate and everything. So you are suggesting not to go that path, just complete this, find some role, and then basically
Yeah,
focus on the.
because I don't know how it works for the other certifications, but with Okta certifications, you will see the DOMC part, which is nothing but if you are getting two options for one question, and if you select the wrong one, you will like there are, let's say four options for one question, and there are two right, two wrong. But if you have selected three options, so you will not
Mm,
get, the marks for that. It will be all zero. So that kind of marking will be there. You will able to, take the exams from premium practice paper and all, and then you will able
mm.
to understand how that works. And even the cost of certification is bit high, so it cost around near about 25,000. So there
Okay,
there will be some offers as well, but that will be yearly once from Okta.
okay, okay, understood. And the certification are like it's practical based, like scenario based, right? Not
Yeah,
how
four
are they?
use cases will be there. You have to perform four tasks. They will give the question. You have to perform that questions into the Okta org, and I think 60% will be the questions, DOMC questions.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, understood. Okay, I think I'm good. I don't have any other questions.
Okay. Uh, King, do you have any questions, or are we good to, close the session?
No, we're good. So you say it's a 30 days class, right? An hour a day. So
Yeah, an hour a day, and definitely it's going to be 30 classes.
yeah, that's all I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, one last question. So, apart from the training classes, how much would effort be required apart from the classes? Like, how much time should we commit per week or per day?
So you are asking as an candidate, like, how much time you should be committed, right?
For example, you teach some for 1 hour today, right? So, how much extra hours should I commit? So, right, so I'm aware if I
So
need to
it
balance.
depends. Yeah, it depends, right? Like whatever we are going to cover in the class, you will get the assignment to do, okay, in your Okta tenant. And if you are technical, if you are used to, with the process, it will take only 30 minutes to 45 minutes to complete. But let's say if you are stuck somewhere, then definitely you need 2 3 hours. And it is not something like, if you are stuck, then in the second day we can't take that question. We will definitely to take those, but the thing is we have limitation 30 classes only, right? So we
Mm-hmm.
have to, go through the flow. Like everything should be covered, whatever topics we are decided to go.
Okay, 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 understood. Okay, understood.
Okay.
Uh, okay, okay, yeah, this is also clear. Thank you.
Okay, then if you don't have any question, then we are good to close the session.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks a
you.
lot. Thank you for all
Thank
the
you.
session.
Thank you.